Joining me today to talk about Hull is the one and only skipper, Sean Morrison, who I'm going to start by congratulating you on becoming a doggy daddy this week.
Yeah.
It's like the cutest Doberman I've ever seen.
I know, yeah. She's beautiful, but she's hard work. She's like having a baby. I swear, you can't take.
Practice.
Yeah, it is good practice. That's what me and Stacey said. It's good practice for the future. But she's good. She's learning quickly as well. She's clever, but you can't take your eyes off her for 2 seconds. The amount of I've cleaned up this week is the most I've ever cleaned up in my life. It's literally been a joke, but it's cool, it's good.
What's her name?
Pepper.
Oh, Pepper.
Yes.
Oh, that's cute.
We give Stace took reins on that because I wanted to call her a human name and she wouldn't allow me.
Pepper's a good name. That's a good name. Anyway, just to talk about football, let's start talking about football. Undefeated in 5 now, and unbeaten at home. What do you think of the form so far?
It's not too bad. I think the first two away games of the season kind of stick out for me where we weren't at it, and you look at them as maybe a blip. We've lost players, important players, the likes of Gunnar, Bruno, Big Ken, and Harry and Victor who were on loan. But these are players last year who bedded themselves into the team, and then you've got new players coming. It takes time. It always is going to take time. And the Wigan game we weren't good enough. Reading game we started well, but since then I think you can see the building blocks are coming together, and it's been a slow progression towards where we want to be. And like you said, 5 games unbeaten in this league is a fantastic little bit of form, and we just need to continue that and turn those draws into wins, and if we can do that, we'll climb the table.
Talk about the characters who have come in. Flint, Aidan, of course, being one of those. You smile when I say that. What do you call him?
Big giraffe.
Big giraffe. Oh, I'm going to leave it there. Anyway, yeah, so you two seem to have formed a really strong defensive partnership. How do you enjoy playing alongside Aidan?
It's wicked, I love it. It's always nice to, I've played with the likes of Sol and Bruno for the last Bruno 5 years and Sol the last 3 years, and you make these partnerships, and me and Flint, you come together, and it's kind of worked pretty quickly, and we've got a good understanding with each other. He's played a lot of games. He's been all around the place, so I've really enjoyed it. I hope he's enjoying it, and he's a good leader as well. So it's nice to have someone like him next to me.
After the KCOM on Saturday, now the last time we were there, very exciting fixtures. I'm sure you'll remember. 2-0, 2 goals, courtesy of yourself. The second one particularly impressive. So we're going to take a quick look at that. Talk us through it.
Right, so yeah, this bit here, I just remember, obviously Peltz went in for the block and I saw Mendes take off, and I don't know if you saw that, I had a quick look and seen who was ahead of me, and I just seen it was Bryce, and I thought, well, this is a good chance to get myself up. Bryce has made a good run inside, took the defender away, and when it come here, I was thinking to hit it with my right, and I just see the lad come across, cut inside. And the level of concentration, when I honestly, I just remember thinking, just make sure you hit the target, and you got a chance. And I get goosebumps.
They obviously enjoyed that massively. What was it like running towards them
It gives me goosebumps still now. Like the fans that day, particularly. There was a lot riding on the game, and to be able to score such an important goal at such an important time. It was incredible, the noise that day, and I just remember, I remember thinking, I'm never going to get a chance to probably slide on my knees as a goal celebration again. You can't do it from a header. Most of my goals are headers, so
yeah,
this is the one.
As was the first one.
Yeah, so it gives me goosebumps looking back at it. It's one of the fondest memories I have in football, one of the best feelings that day, coming off knowing that we kind of put ourselves in a position to, all we had to do was better Fulham's result, and we were promoted.
Talking about celebrations, just saw there, Sol came out of nowhere. What was that like? Just sort of
yeah, he does it quite a lot. There's a lot of pictures of when we're celebrating. Obviously, when we get into like a little huddle together, Sol seems to like to just crowd surf. Not even crowd surf, just kind of jump on top.
And he's a big guy.
Yeah, he's a very big guy. He just kind of lays on top of everyone. He loves it. But yeah, it was a good day.
Now, as was the case with Borough last Saturday, Hull are another team right around us. They're mid-table. It's going to be another testing game in it on Saturday.
Yeah, they're a good team. Look, they've had a couple good results, and obviously a new manager in there this season. I think he's done really well with the team he's got. And they've got some really attacking wingers who are going to cause us problems. But we've got the likes of Peltz and Benno up against them, who in the previous game up there played against them and kind of nullified them. So that's what we've got to do if we want to come back with 3 points or a result, we need to try and nullify their attacking threats and make sure we can hurt them where we can.
Now, their home form this season hasn't been great. So is that something you think you can capitalise on in looking for our first win on the road?
Yeah, and that's it. I think we need to improve our away form, because the year we went up, our away form was pretty good. We picked up a lot of big wins on the road, and if you want to get automatic promotion from this league, you have to have good away form. You can't just rely on your home form. So hopefully Saturday up there, it's going, like you said, it's going to be a tough game, but it's one that we believe if we do our jobs right, we can come back with the win.
Good. Well, all the best for Saturday.
Thank you.
We're going to head over to some of our fan questions that have come in via social media this week.
Ooh.
And we always ask for people to think outside the box, but they've really gone quite far afield this week with you. I don't know if they know they're likely to get a bit of a laugh out of you, but we'll start with a very interesting one. Possibly the strangest question I've ever seen come in for a player. It's from Sean Hart. He's asking, would you rather 30 butterflies instantly appear from nowhere when you sneeze, or one very angry squirrel to appear from nowhere when you cough?
30 butterflies. I don't think I'd want to deal with an angry squirrel. I love squirrels, but not an angry one.
No, I can't imagine that'd be very pleasant at all. Very weird. Thank you, Sean. More sensible one from Morgan Rogers. Who has, I say it's more sensible, not really, who has the better dance moves, you or Stacey?
Me all day.
Oh, great, because he goes on then to ask, can we get a preview? Can you show us one of your dance moves?
Oh, no. But I think she'd agree. I mean, Stacey's got some moves, but yeah, I've got some nice moves, them loose hips.
Oh, right, next one. From Bulant Badia. Would you like to become a manager after your playing career ends?
Not at the moment, no. It's hard because when you're in this industry as a player, I think certain people get to a certain age and they think, oh, I could do this, but I think a manager's a tough job. It's a lot of stress. It's not only dealing with 25 egos of players, people trying to pick teams, and then having to deal with also the people above you, the senior management above you. It's a tough job, and I think anyone that does it, hats off to them, but not for me. I think I'd prefer to go down maybe the coaching role.
I was going to ask maybe punditry?
Punditry would be good. I'd enjoy punditry. I know a few of my pals that I've played with previous in my career have gone on to done that, and they really enjoy it. So it's something. There's lots of avenues we can go down as players, and physiotherapy, media, coaching and stuff. So I think at the minute I'd like you said, either that role or maybe like an under-23s coach. I think I'd like to try and bring the youth through, because it's something that I enjoyed when I was a kid, for my manager to look after me, so I think I'd quite enjoy to do that.
Our next one, JFP. Do you feel bad when you shop in Sainsbury's or Tesco's, given your surname?
Well, no, I don't actually shop in Morrison's. There isn't a
Morrison's.
Waitrose? There's not a Morrison's near me, so Tesco's it is.
It is Tesco's.
Yeah.
Liam FZ10, do you agree with your FIFA stats?
Don't play FIFA, to be honest. I haven't played for a long time. I was a Pro Evo guy growing up, so I don't really know what they are. I'm sure they're not as good as they should be. I'm sure my pace is probably about 25 or something, and I think you can ask the boys, I'm a bit quicker than that.
Right then, here's one for you. Ben wants to know, who would you rather fight in a boxing ring? Peltz or Bamba? Two of your closest mates.
I'd rather fight Peltz, because I'd want to beat him up, because he's a mouthy, annoying guy, and I'd like to stand over him and beat him up. I wouldn't want to fight Sol because he's huge and he's got a long...
You think you'd lose to Sol?
I don't think I'd lose, but it'd be scary because he's a scary guy when he gets angry.
So what you're saying is that Lee isn't quite as scary as he tries, as he thinks?
I don't know. I think they're both quite handsy, but I think I'd rather fight... I don't know, yeah, I'd rather fight Peltz.
Ben's actually followed up with a second question. Are you looking forward to leading the team out against Swansea City? Yeah,
it's one of those fixtures this year. I've been here, this is my 6th season, and I've not had the opportunity to play in a derby, so very excited. It's going to be an experience that I've not had, and from people I've spoken to, fans and people outside the club, they filled me in and told me about how much passion and how much it means to the fans. So no, I'm very excited. It's going to be a tense atmosphere, I'm sure, but that's what our job is, and we thrive off that. So if we can channel our nerves and our pressure on that and try and make it a big one for the Cardiff City fans, I'm sure they'll be very happy.
Very. Right, our very last one is more of a statement, a thank you from Martin from Premier Bluebirds Group. For those of you who don't know, last week the Disabled Supporters Association relaunched, and Martin would like to thank you, Sean, for your sincerity and the way you conducted yourself at the Q&A. And he says you're a fantastic ambassador for the club and a great captain.
Well,
so they're nice words
yeah,
from Martin.
thank you, Martin.
But looking back to that Q&A session last week, how important is it for you to be involved in
I think it's huge, because just sitting there and listening to the stuff the guys had been through, going to different stadiums, not being maybe treated the way they should have been or kind of pushed aside, it really opened my eyes to it, because I wasn't aware of that kind of stuff. So, and I know this particular stadium and our staff are fantastic with people with disabilities and fans that come in and need help, and they get looked after well, but when you go to away games, it's not always the same. So, I mean, these guys are the heartbeat of our football club. So for me to be involved in that and to try and help them and help people around our club to try and get the best for them in the future when they go to away games is important to me, and it's important to the boys. So if we can do more, not only ourselves, but to try and inform other people at other clubs and try and get on board with that, it's only going to make better for the future.
That's all we got time for, Sean. Thanks for coming in. And as always, thanks for watching at home. Keep an eye on our socials next week. We'll let you know which player we've got coming into the studio, and you can send in more questions. Thanks for watching.